organizations in the United States. Salvation Army is the second largest organization in the United States for charity. I'm Gayatrie and I'm an applied communications student here at University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Today I will tell you about the things I did at Salvation Army and the mission that they followed. At Salvation Army, I got to experience the importance of their mission, that they always do the best to keep their customers satisfied, and that families that are in need are always helped with food and any other type of charity, whether it's for food, shelter, cleaning supplies. I'm now going to tell you about the things that I learned and experienced at Salvation Army and communication and affluent implications. At Salvation Army, a few things I experienced with the workers and the customers there were personalities, concerns for the community, and culture. Now let's talk a little bit about Salvation Army. I completed my service at Salvation Army in Conway, Arkansas. That one is, it is owned by a local family there in Conway. The mission of the organization is, according to salvationarmynorth.org, the mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to meet human needs in His name without discrimination. People that I worked for, the manager, or I guess she's the owner, I'm not for sure, but she's always there. That's the person that I mainly worked for. She had me out in the front, just kind of like helping organize the whole store. There was a lot of things that people donate and bring in every day, all day, from 10 till 5. So I helped, and I stayed a little bit past later time because she was really, really busy. They were busy in the back, getting a lot of donations, obviously. So I helped her organize everything in there, like clothes, the shoes. The shoes were a disaster. There was a lot. So good thing I have retail experience because I did help with that. She was impressed with my organizational skills in there. She even asked if I ever have extra time to come back and volunteer just for fun. If I do, I was like, I'm a nursing student, so I'll try when I do have time. I really enjoyed working with her. Things that I did do there, like I said, was just organized pretty much for 4 hours. She just kind of let me do my own thing. She trusted the fact that I was just placing the things properly in the places that they do belong. I believe that my specific work helps support Salvation Army's mission by helping Keely and the customer. Keely is the manager, if I didn't mention already. By simply greeting them and answering any questions that customers did have in the store. Sometimes people will ask, like, how much is a pair of jeans, or how much is like an infant shirt. Everything in the store is $1, which I was surprised because that's really inexpensive, but I do know it's for people that can't really afford much. However, working for such an amazing nonprofit and charitable Christian organization such as Salvation Army has made my experience there such a welcoming experience and opportunity to help her. After the 9/11 tragedy, I have had a lot of racial and discrimination I did have a lot of racial and discriminatory experiences after 9/11. First, I will tell you about my communication principle and communication concept connected to Salvation Army. There is a communication principle and 2 communication concepts connected to my service experience. I think that having communication principles and communication concepts are important to pay attention to and when working with or for other people. Next, I will be talking about my experience with communication principles and concepts that I encountered. The relative communication principle is concern for community. The definition, according to Survival Guide, page 8 in the UALR Survival Guide 2018, is committing to the practice of daily actions, interactions, performances, or engage citizens to promote a creative community experience. An example from my service that illustrates this principle is that I was helping the community by doing my 4 hours at the community, and that I had the opportunity to help out in this charity. The principle, this example illustrates the principle, in my opinion. I believe that since I am of a different culture and religion, that my interactions and performance of work help out the community for a nonprofit Christian community. The first communication concept is culture. The definition, according to Adler, Rodman, and Dupuy 2017, is the language, values, beliefs, and traditions and customs people share and learn. This illustrates the concept that Keely valued me even though I am a different culture. My example illustrates the definition because Keely would respect my beliefs and still make me feel comfortable when other customers and other people are coming in, you know, not making me feel like I was of a different culture being in there. She talks to me with respect. The second communication concept is personality. The definition, according to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree 2017, is a set of enduring characteristics that defines a person's temperament, thought processes, and social behavior. An example is Keely's personality. I remember customers coming in there that just yells across the store, "Hey Keely, good morning Keely," you know, greeting her, and she always greets back. Everybody knows her really well. I remember an older gentleman came in there and he's like, "Keely's amazing. Are you working for her? Are you new here?" I was like, "I'm just a volunteer. I'm doing this for our class." And he goes, "She's an amazing person," which she really is. She's very, very kind and sweet. Secondly, I will tell you about the types of communication concepts and ethical implications I noticed and experienced to help improve my communication in my community. Based on my service, I can use communication concepts and ethical implications to improve my communication and help improve my community. Did you know that the littlest things can take you a very long way? For example, simply being punctual shows that you are responsible and mindful of other people's time. It also shows that you respect others' time and value that. One communication concept I could use to improve my communication would be task-oriented listening. The definition, according to Survival Guide, page 5, in UALR Survival Guide 2018, is a listening style that is primarily concerned with accomplishing the task at hand. I chose this concept because I had to make sure that I was effectively listening to Keely when she would give me tasks to do. Also, she told me that the store opens at 10 a.m., so I made sure that I was there at 10 a.m. and responsible and punctual, valuing her time to open the store and help her kind of open. I can use this concept to improve my communication also by making sure to pay close attention to time and instructions on how to learn certain tasks. An ethical implication I could use to improve my community would be responsibility. The definition, according to Survival Guide, page 8 in the UALR 2018, is holding ourselves accountable for our choices, actions, and communication with others. I chose this implication because I strongly believe that each individual should be responsible enough to value someone's time and be punctual. When attending my service learning, I made sure to be responsible of all the tasks that I was given and make sure I'm able to complete everything that she has asked me to do. Even if time was up, I still stayed a little bit later to help her. I felt like that was my responsibility. I can use this implication to improve my community by showing others that it is very important to listen to what others say and be responsible and mindful of everything that they do ask you, including all the tasks you're given, or just being respectful in general. In conclusion, I learned that when helping out a community, it is our responsibility to be where we are told to be on time. This is very important in order to be successful in any career or job that the future takes us. Always be responsible, honest, respectful, and an effective listener. Trust me, the littlest things can take you a very long way. I have now told you about the communication principles and ethical implications that I learned during my service learning. I hope that you all heard something new about Salvation Army. With all of this being said, I have told you about Salvation Army's concern for the community, culture, personality, and personal communications and ethical implications. After hearing about Salvation Army and what they're all about, I hope you all understand why this is the second largest charity in the United States. Thank you for taking time out to listen.
Did good? All right. What? Oh, just over by seat. Okay. All right, everybody hang tight real quick. All right. All right. Okay, folks. So, folks that went today,